I want to speak to you today about infrastructure, my ideas for the whole of Eastern and Central Europe, with a connection to the Eurotunnel. What I want to do is run this train idea, return destructive paperwork back to source where it came from. So the passport control, I think it's just going to save a lot of hassle. My airports and my aircraft and my ideas about shutting down the airport there's certain places Russia's getting a little bit too disturbing, and I want to campaign against the Cold War equipment. There is a military base in a peaceful country that doesn't even belong to Russia, Siberia. They've got an outpost, and I want us to campaign on closing that down. I don't think Russia should have closeness to the Bering Strait, offending the other countries' security in the Canadian Alaska. So I campaign that we change and get rid of the internal debt of Russia, reduce the internal debt in Siberia by reducing the internal debt of Russia. I would like to see my former family members and the freedom to Siberia in independence is what I would like. But I would like to say the map that they've been printing of the size of Russia is absolutely ludicrously a lie. So here is what I want to do with infrastructure. I would like to suggest a system of sealed in transport, sealed in ticket. What you do is you take your car to the terminal and you put it on a train, overnight train. So let's say we got Odessa, and let's say we've got Kiev, and let's say we want to stay in Kiev, but we don't want to wait on the long train journey, and we don't want the long car journey. So sealed in ticket. What we do is we have a train and we put our car on the train and we put the ticket with the car, and we have a sealed in ticket car parking space at the other end, a terminal where all the cars will be available to be collected the following day. So now we have a high-speed train from Odessa to Kiev, nearly 300 kilometers an hour. We get to Kiev, we get out the terminal with our ticket, and sealed in that ticket is your car. You step into your car and you go to your place of residence. You've only travelled for 2.5 hours on a train. The return journey, send it back. The night that you're sleeping, they'll be there the following lunchtime for you to drive your car back to your place of residence, where I make planes, trains, automobiles, flying scooters, flying everything, making food, jams, preserves, and freeing countries like Siberia from the tyranny of the country that admits it will never change its spots. It's even thinking about imprisoning its neighbours. I remember when all the gay rights people left that man, they went away, and now they all say that they're not allowed to make any prosperity because their country is so economical. But that guy won the spirit of his people, and he now farms chickens. I'm proud of that guy. But I am confused about this Putin guy, and I understand that your neighbour is not one to be trusted. That map of Russia, you're trying to steal half the planet again. And what is it you tried to steal from Ukraine then? What was it? All the business, all the cocoa, all the coffee, all the bananas, all the trade. And you've been talking to Dubai. To Dubai. Dubai what? More theft? From OPEC? So there's a good idea. And Siberia, don't worry. I'm your friend. I've got a trade agreement to try and offer the Ukraine a safe trade agreement with its neighbours. And of course, now nobody trusts anybody anymore because of this terrible machine that's been made, bombing people and killing babies, recklessly stealing women from our planet. They're headhunting out single thinking women. And I'm going to protect those lesbians with my love. Because I'm not the marrying kind. And I'm celibate. Until I fall in love. Then I'll be forever. Though I'll never fall in love. And the moment I was thinking of messing around, not singing like I should do. So anyway, joking aside, the seriousness is they're thinking about making a tunnel and stealing all the fish, all the oil, and they think they're going to live forever. And that's not going to happen, is it? So if you're an old aging person in Siberia and you're worried about your offspring and your cousin's niece or nephew, I'm a really good guy. Vote for me. I'm going to go my 4th term. The voted Prince of Persia, the Squire of Devonshire, at your service. Dick Bastable Private Investigations Inc. Buy a cartoon one day when you see one. I'm a peaceful humanitarian. And I'm business. I'm standing on business. And I'm not going to lose. Because I'm not a thief. I've got nothing to lose. Just everything to gain. Your love and attention and care. Wildlife is a priority to me. I want to try and make no slaughter foods work. I want to do the fisheries. I'm expert on fisheries. I am expert. And we should make that canal. We could make the canal, make the pay, to make the travel, to make Siberia free and independence with an alliance to Ukraine. And I'll even see whether Chechnya wants to just say, what was that argument about 35 years ago? Are we Russian as well? Turn right at Leningrad. Carry on. See if we got any vehicle production. Because I think it ended up in somebody else's backyard. He keeps going around stealing everything. He doesn't do copyright supply. I've got some sort of problem with a lot of you out there. I don't have a problem making anything. I'm the real inventor. Theoretical scientist with theorems proven for all my biological advances in life. My commitment to give people a longer life and a healthier one, the genie says, vote for health, live in happiness, and wait for wealth. The healthy way. I'm not going to force you to take potions and pills. We're going to make food with a big train system. So let's remind this post-Soviet Union Bolsheviks mistake, reject of Leningrad, Matva. That map is all wrong. Not even Mongolia and the Altai is your property either.